Hi guys, Rachael Cook, Doctor of Audiology at Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And in this video, I'm telling you the 5 must-know tips for traveling with hearing aids. Coming up. If you wear hearing aids, you know that you very quickly develop a routine for the use, care, and maintenance of your hearing devices. And while this schedule may be easy to follow at home, traveling often introduces unique situations that you may not encounter with your hearing aids very often. The last place that you want to be worried about your hearing is when you're taking a well-deserved vacation or traveling to visit friends and family. Like most situations, preparation is key in having any successful travel plans. That's why today I'll be reviewing my 5 tips for traveling with hearing aids so you can be less concerned about your hearing and more concerned with having fun. But before we do that, I would really appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up to bring videos like these to a wider audience. And while you're at it, if you haven't already subscribed with notification bell, make sure you do that too so you never miss any of our newly released videos. I really appreciate it. Now, let's jump into some of the endless reasons why you should travel with your hearing aids. Hearing plays a valuable role in safety and awareness, which is particularly important in unfamiliar environments. But traveling also presents unique and dynamic situations that enrich the experience overall, like trying new restaurants, going on a guided tour, or enjoying some live music. However, you may find yourself being a bit nervous to travel with hearing aids due to all of the unknowns. That is why preparation is key, leading me to my first tip when traveling with hearing aids, which is have a plan for power and supplies. Every hearing aid needs a power supply, whether this is in the form of a disposable battery or a rechargeable battery. If you have disposable battery-powered hearing aids, you will need to know what size battery your hearing aids take, as well as the color that's associated with your hearing aid batteries. It's also important to consider if the location that you are traveling to has disposable batteries available for purchase, or if you should be bringing an extra supply with you. Make sure to consider your average battery life as well as the length of the trip so that you don't run out of any batteries. If you have rechargeable hearing aids, you will need to remember to bring your charger with you. And if you're traveling abroad, you may need to pack an adapter. Many hearing aid models have compatible travel chargers or battery packs that bank multiple charges, perfect for on the go or if you won't have consistent access to power. If you travel often, you may consider purchasing an additional charger to keep in your travel bag, guaranteeing that you will never leave your charger behind. Lastly, make sure that you pack any additional supplies that you might need, like domes, wax filters, or carrying cases, because you never know when you might need them. My second tip is to prepare for travel and for miscommunications. This is true for all travelers, especially if you're traveling to a country where you don't speak the native language. To prepare for airport travel with hearing aids, first know that you can wear your hearing aids through security without setting off a metal detector, and you can wear them while you're on the plane without damaging them. It will be important to determine if your charger or travel charger has an internal lithium-ion battery, as your airline may ask you to pack it in your carry-on since lithium-ion batteries generally are not allowed in checked baggage. Airports are notoriously noisy and dynamic, so make sure you sign up for text or app alerts so that you don't miss any important messages about your flight. And if you feel comfortable doing so, informing gate agents or flight attendants of your hearing loss allows them to confirm that you heard those important messages. There are very few considerations when it comes to driving with hearing aids, but out of an abundance of caution, you may decide to get a hard of hearing visor card in the instance that you're pulled over. This informs law enforcement that verbal commands may be difficult for you to follow, and that a failure to cooperate likely means that you are not hearing them. My third tip for traveling with hearing aids is to be on the lookout for ways that water can damage your hearing aids. Depending on the type of traveling you like to do, you may be participating in fun water activities, like swimming, snorkeling, and kayaking. Many travel activities can also introduce a higher level of sweat to your hearing aids, like hiking, biking, and sightseeing. Depending on where you travel, you may also experience higher humidity levels, unless, of course, you come out here to visit us in Arizona. But if there is a concern of water exposure, make sure you pack a carrying case so that you can remove your hearing aids during activities that present significant moisture concerns. In addition, pack a travel dry aid jar or put a desiccant pack into your charger. This can help to prevent moisture damage in the case that you get your hearing aids wet, and can also help prevent any humidity damage while you sleep. You may even consider purchasing hearing aid covers, such as ear gear, that help to wick away moisture from the microphones when you're wearing your hearing aids. My fourth tip when traveling with hearing aids is to ensure that your Telecoil program is accessible and that you know how to use it before you go. If you have a Telecoil inside of your hearing aids, you may encounter a public venue that allows you to use it. Telecoils allow you to access public hearing loop systems that can wirelessly transmit audio from that venue directly into your hearing aids. Telecoil compatible hearing loops are often found in airports, museums, churches, and theaters. However, this feature is not available in all brands and styles of hearing aids, and it's rarely enabled automatically. For this reason, you will need to ask your hearing healthcare provider if this is an option with your hearing aids, and if so, how to turn it on. Some hearing aids even have wireless accessories that give you Telecoil compatibility, even if your hearing aids don't have a Telecoil internally. Telecoil-enabled spaces will sometimes, but not always, have placards posted with this symbol. For this reason, there are several websites, such as loopfinder.com, that allow you to see maps of available Telecoil systems, so check for hearing loops before you go. My fifth and final tip when traveling with hearing aids is to be ready for variables that you may not encounter very often. Traveling often presents situations that are not a part of your regular routine. For example, you may not have pets yourself, but if you're traveling, you might end up staying somewhere that has a dog or a cat, both of which are notorious for eating hearing aids. For this reason, you'll really need to make sure that you store them out of reach when you're not wearing them. And you may not be around children daily, but on your trip, you'll need to remember that batteries are toxic if ingested by children or by animals. And this requires a higher level of attention to where you plan on storing and disposing of your batteries. And if you plan to stay in several different locations during your trip, you'll need to remember to bring your charger with you from site to site, as leaving a charger behind is the most common reason my patients need to purchase replacements. And if you really want to prepare for anything, make sure that you ask your hearing healthcare professional if your loss and damage policy is still active. And if you have any backup hearing aids, make sure you pack them. If you happen to lose your hearing aids during travel, active loss and damage policy coverage will replace a lost hearing aid without having to purchase an entirely new device. You can also proactively identify hearing aid clinics in the area that you plan to travel to help you out in the case of a hearing aid emergency. As long as you have a hearing aid from a major manufacturer, you should always be able to find a clinic that works with them. Overall, traveling with your hearing aids does require a significant amount of preparation, but results in ensuring your safety and allows you to enjoy your well-deserved travels. Taking a few extra steps now can save you from a really big headache when you're on your travels, and you'll never regret being ready for anything. That's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use it. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any one of our newly released videos.